everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today I'm setting up my bullet journal for November. I chose a hedgehog theme with fall colors. I'm using Tombow brush pens and I decided to do a watercolor effect on my N. So I ended up grabbing an extra piece of plastic and using a water brush to transfer the Tombows from the little plastic piece onto the N. It's okay. I decided to make some changes to it later on, so you will see that later in the video. But in the meantime, I decided to do a border. I'm writing out November around the edges. The N was still wet, so I didn't want to smudge it. So I just moved into creating my border. So again, my supplies this month, I'm using the Tombow dual brush pens in 158, 899, 905, 947, and 990. In the Blank to Brilliant library this month, I'm including 2 doodle sheets of the hedgehogs, 1 Days of the Week lettering sheet, and then 1 washi set as well. For this month, I added a sheet of tracking stickers, which you will see on my tracking page. But I basically got tired of creating those calendars by hand, so I came up with the plan B. I'll be looking to add different varieties of the tracker stickers going forward, so definitely head over to the blog, link is down below, and subscribe to my email newsletter list, which will give you complete access to the From Blank to Brilliant library. These hedgehogs will be available for free download, until the end of December, I believe. So if you like them, make sure to head over and grab them. My layouts for this month are my standard layouts that I've been using the last couple of months. For December, I might try and come up with something different for my tracker, especially for my symptom tracker, since it's not really working for me anymore. But we'll get to that in a minute. Here I have my standard monthly view calendar page, which I actually do use, sometimes as reference, sometimes to fill things in. But it's still fun. I'm using a Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen to write the days of the week, and then my Tombow brush pen to do the calligraphy for the month. I decided to keep the lettering for November pretty simple. October and December tend to be my favorite months of the year, so November's a bit of a throwaway for me. So I'm using all of my creative energy, having planned October and looking forward to December. So November pretty much gets a bit of a back burner, if you will. But again, like I said, I'm using simple lettering, namely a thin upstroke and a thick downstroke for my printing, and then calligraphy. As always, I like to go in and outline my lettering just to make it pop a bit more, and adding a bit more color to the days of the week. I thought it would be fun to have some leaves blowing in the bottom portion, so I just stuck some of the leaf sticker downs and added the gust of winds blowing the leaves around. These are my habit tracker pages, which you've definitely seen before. The biggest difference is I'm using different habit tracker boxes, which, as I mentioned earlier in the video, will be available for download in the library. I also stuck to using the same mood and symptom tracker, which again is also available for download. But I decided it's not really working for me, so I think for next month I will rework it and come up with something a little bit different. And that will be probably available as another printable for you if you're a subscriber to my newsletter. So definitely check it out, see what you like, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see as well. For my symptom and mood tracker, I actually just printed out my own printable, cut it out and stuck it down. I wasn't in the mood for counting boxes and filling out multiple numbers, so I just printed it off and glued it in. And as always, adding in my borders just to give it a more finished off look. I am still including blank doodle pages. I do intend on doing another doodle challenge. I'm just not hosting one again this month. So if you're curious to see what I decide to do, you can check that out on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram down below as well. As always, I have my brain dump pages. I don't always use them, but I've definitely missed them in the months that I haven't had them. They're just a great space to write down whatever I need to remember or whatever's going on. I have a 5, almost 6-year-old who has some very interesting thoughts of the world, and so it's kind of nice to write down some quotes that he's come up with that I can letter. So that's mostly what I've been using these pages for. As always, I'm outlining my letters and then just going back in and finishing up where there were blank spaces. Now for this month's weekly spread, it actually ended up being fairly minimalist, which kind of surprised me too. And so yes, I have this minimalist layout and added stickers here and there, as well as the fun lettering in the boxes. But if you are a minimalist bullet journal and happen to find your way over to this page, know that you can just write in your days of the week, or you don't even have to do your task list with fun lettering either. But this is just what I'm feeling. It's already snowing where I am, and so I've kind of lost my enthusiasm for fall. And I feel like that's been reflected in my weekly layout. To add more fun as well, I did do dotted borders for my daily boxes, which again, I really like doing that. I did that in October as well. But otherwise, yep, it's pretty minimal for this month. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I went back into my cover page and I wanted to give my N a bit more of a coppery feel. So I'm using Liquitex Acrylic Gouache in a burnt sienna, and I added in some Windsor Newton sparkly gold watercolor paint, and then I just went back in and darkened it up a bit, and I actually really prefer how it turned out. I will say this though, I was very generous with the amount of water I was using on my page. So it did buckle, it is a little bit crinkly, but I actually don't mind it because the effect was worthwhile. But thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check out some of my other setups as well for more inspiration. I've linked my blog down below that you can check out for the freebies. And thank you for your time today.